So this is my favorite strategy, talent. I've been saying for 25 years, talent is the number one strategy. That was quite punchy 25 years ago. And I can say it, I repeat it, and I repeat it again. And even today, in fact, even more today with the advent of AI, talent is absolutely the number one strategy. It's more important than ever before because you need even better talent to manage the AI. So, and there's the intelligence needed to manage the machines is going to a whole new level. When we're now mapping organizational structures, we have humans in there and we have AI agents in there. And that's the beauty of where we are today. This is a big part of what we do in our programs, and I'm super excited by it and the potentiality it's had, the efficiencies it's driving. But let's just go back. What is the talent strategy for your company? When I look at people and I ask this question on the scale, they're looking at me, they're making panic hires. So a lot of people, they are literally so busy, they're waiting for something to break, going, oh shit, we need a hire now. And then guess what? Too bloody late. If you're hiring in a panic hire because you need something now, you're 6 to 9 months too late. It takes at least 6 to 9 months to hire top talent, certainly at senior levels. So if we're not thinking about the talent we need in 6 to 9 months' time now, and we're mapping towards that, you're constantly working behind the curve. That means you're hiring badly, you're doing panic hires along the way. The cost of that is insane. We're looking at, I've seen statistics from 3 times salary to 10 times salary. And the reason there's such a range is it's the opportunity cost that's lost. Lower levels, the opportunity cost is less, still 3 times is the average in the industry. So if you hire someone for 25 grand a year and it all balls it up and you have to fire them and get rid of them and start again, that's probably cost you about 75 grand. The cost opportunity, the ball ache of hiring them and firing them and getting rid of them and doing it again. Most people can feel that pain if you've been there. The implication of doing that at a senior level, hiring a sales director and them getting it wrong, and they're at 100 grand salary, boy, that's £1 million problem. Because if they didn't deliver the sales and they didn't deliver the growth and they could have, like, the opportunity cost is huge. So talent is the number one strategy. Now, culture is part of this. We deal with this in a different video. Culture we need to go deep on. Values is critical. But at the end of the day, we must be clear on what our talent strategy is. We must be clear on the organizational structure we're building and building towards. Okay, so culture isn't just a post you stick on the wall, right? It's the sum of what you reward, you tolerate, and what you repeat. That is culture. And that's how you need to know what talent we need to get. We need to have a clear talent strategy. We need to be deploying it 6 to 9 months out. And we need to be very clear on how AI feeds into that right now. And it needs to be aligned to all of the other 4 strategies. So let's think about this. Marketing, what talent do we need? Sales, what talent do we need? Operations, what talent do we need? Finance, what talent do we need? That is why talent runs the show. And we're constantly evolving. As you're scaling between 1 and 10, typically the people that got you to 1, sadly, they may be loyal and everything else. Very few of them are going to be able to go all the way with you. It's a completely different beast when you get to 10 million and above. So there's a transition in talent needed on the scale journey. And we're also, you've got to bring in new, 100%. You might need to raise capital to do that. But talent, if we get the talent strategy right, it also frees the founder, because the founders are usually trapped because they don't have the right talent. And they certainly don't have a talent strategy in advance. They will break before the talent comes in. They panic hire, they go backwards. So if you learn nothing else from this module, please go, talent strategy is the number one strategy. So now we have kind of completed the loop of the foundations. So marketing, sales, operations, cash, talent, those are the foundations. We need to have clear strategic direction for all 5 of those. And that is strategy on a page. That is what we're doing. That's the big block of the strategy that you're looking at the bottom of the page. That is holding those 5 strategies together over the time frame. What is it for 1 year, 1 quarter, 1 month? So we should be crystal clear on major strategic objectives across marketing, sales, operations, cash, and talent for the year. We lock that into the quarter. We bring it into the really clear 90-day execution. What is the strategy and what is the clear execution for 90 days? And then every single month we go, these are the core strategic actions this month across the whole spectrum, and we track it forever. That's strategy on a page. That's the Freedom Founders operating system.